Here we go. Hi friends, welcome to the first episode of the Lori Lulu Crochet Podcast. I can't believe I'm finally doing this. Yeah, this is a little weird for me still. So, since it's the first episode, you need to know who I am. My name is Lori. I live in the Chicago suburbs with my husband Ryan and our two cats, Dixie and Daisy. We actually moved here a little over a year ago because my husband became a pastor of a church here. Actually, it's right behind the house. I can see it from my window. And so that means I'm a pastor's wife. I'm still getting used to that title. It's a little weird. Anyway, my real job that I actually get paid for is I'm an office manager at a CPA firm. It is actually in the town that we used to live in, which is about an hour away, not quite an hour, close to it. So I have a long commute, and it's an accounting office. There is tax season approaching swiftly, so that means I will have longer hours, 6 days a week. We'll see how this podcasting thing goes through then. But I'm excited to be here. And I really just started it because I wanted to show the podcasters that I love to watch stuff that I've made and how they've inspired me. And now I have more people to share it with. I was really worried about starting this because I don't like the way my voice sounds and I don't like the facial expressions I make. But you all see that anyway if I was just talking to you in person. And let me tell you, editing 29 videos of Vlogmas helped me get over that. So I think I'm good now. You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as LoriLulu327. And if you want to get a hold of me, best way is email. That is LoriLulu327@gmail.com. All links will be in the description box down below. And as I said, I really just wanted to show other podcasters what I do. And yet I have more people following me. I have over 50 subscribers already. That blows my mind. Honestly. That being said, I have one follower who is actually a friend of mine. I've mentioned Jonathan in a Vlogmas episode. And I messaged him, I'm like, you do realize that this is going to be a yarn and crochet podcast. That's what I'm going to talk about mostly. And he's like, yeah, but you do talk about life stuff, and I kind of want to keep up with what you and Ryan are doing. So, for him and other family members and friends who are watching, I'm going to do life stuff first. The yarny stuff, the yarny goodness will be later. So, first thing I want to talk about is my husband's job. Yes, he is a pastor, but he had a job, emphasis on had. He got the job 6 months before we got married, so he's been working at this job for 15 years now. He worked the night shift for a substance abuse clinic for teenage boys. And the hospital that owned the clinic decided to sell it. And they sold it to another mental health facility. And the new place is going to change it to a substance abuse clinic for adult men. And Ryan just wasn't sure about that, what he was going to do. If he wanted to be a part of that or if he wanted to find a job closer to home. You know, because it was in our old, actually it wasn't in the old town that we lived in. It's a little closer. Anyway, so he decided for the month of December, since we have the holidays, it's busy for pastors, he was going to take the severance package from the hospital, and so he had the whole month of December off. He did do some interviews, and we're still trying to figure out what we're going to do next. Our church is small. They do give us stuff. They give us this house, so that helps. But we kind of don't want to be a financial burden on them. So he's looking for a new job. There is a day program for special needs adults. It's just down the street. If I walk out my front door, I can see it. So that'd be perfect. So he's making phone calls. We're still trying to figure out the next step for us. So for those of you who are wondering what Ryan was going to do, there's an update. And I'll keep you updated as it goes on. And so because he had this whole month of December off, the holidays were great. We were able to go visit my family, see my parents for Christmas. We were able to go see his family. His brother's birthday is New Year's Eve. And so we went and spent New Year's Eve with them and got to see my niece and nephew and give them their Christmas presents. I made them stuff. And August I gave him a Slytherin scarf and a matching hat. And he put it on and didn't take it off the whole time we were in the restaurant. And then when we were leaving to go to my in-laws' house, he was like, it was raining, so he took it off. He's like, I don't want to get ruined. I'm like, it'll be fine if it gets wet. No, I can't ruin it. Okay. And then Delaney liked the unicorn that I made her and the hat that went with it. And so it was a really good time spending time with them, hanging out with my niece and nephew and the other family too. And then I got pictures from my brother and his family. They live in Kentucky near the West Virginia border, and it's quite a ways away from us. So it's hard to go see them. But I did get pictures. The kids loved their unicorns and dinosaurs and foxes that I made them. Actually, the one picture I got, Nadia's asleep, but they put her unicorn by her. And then, of course, the baby, he's only a month old, so he doesn't really know what's going on yet. But Ian told me that Asher was looking at it very curiously. And curious is a form of love for babies. Okay, if you say so. Actually, yeah, I do believe that. But, so all those gifts were actually a goal of mine. I wanted to do more amigurumi last year. And I definitely did a lot of amigurumi last year. And it was fun. But this year I want to try new stuff. So I wanted to share with you my new goals. My crafty goals for 2019. I have a new journal. It has llamas on it. And it is my crochet journal. My projects. Right here. First one, number one, is to finish a Tunisian project. Last year my goal was to learn how to Tunisian crochet, and I learned how. But I didn't finish a project yet. So that's a goal, and more about that later. Number two, I want to learn how to crochet brioche. I'm looking at some of these shawls that you all are designing, and they are amazing. So I kind of want to learn to do that. Yeah. Kalisha from the Quirky Monday Craft Cast. She designed one called Puppy Love. It's really pretty. So that'll be on my list for this year. Number three is a continuation from last year. Write up my patterns. I've created stuff. I want to be able to share it with you so you can make the same things that I've made. And I have had one tested. Just need to finish editing the pattern and then get it out. And then there are more that I need to actually write up, have them tested, all that. They're ready to go. I just need to finish it. So instead of maybe crocheting so much this year, I mean, I did 94 projects. What? Instead of doing all that crochet, maybe I should be typing instead. I'll let you know. Number four, I can't say. It's a Christmas present idea I've already dreamed up. Actually, I thought about it at Thanksgiving. It's like, oh, that'd be great for 2019. So if my brother and sister-in-law are watching this, just know This is gonna be epic for your kids. Yeah, it's gonna involve Dad's word work and all that. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. Number 5 is actually one for me. I really want to crochet a nativity set. Have you seen some of those patterns? They are so adorable and amazing. Yeah, that's a goal for next year. Yep. Alright, so that's the end of the life stuff. I don't know if you can see this huge pile. You can see some of the pile I've got here. I've got a lot of yarny goodness to share with you. So let me get a drink of water first. Before we get into this, I have my lovely tumbler. It says, "Together is a wonderful place to be." I think so, especially together with my yarny friends. That's a good place to be. Okay, now, finished objects. Part of my goal again this year, I didn't actually write it down, but it's still a goal, is to do more charity projects. I've already started on the little hats, big hearts, the red hats that are going to go to newborns. But I needed to finish my blankets that were going to go to the Project Linus. I still need to, there's some ladies that are finishing theirs, but I finished my second blanket, is my corner to corner. I really like these colors, this teal and the purple and the raspberry. And then, the best part is this border. It is tile block border. Can't remember. I watched the tutorial that Krista from the Secret Yarnery did. I really liked that border for this blanket. I'm only showing you part of this blanket because, okay, honesty. It's corner to corner, and it's supposed to be square or rectangular, right? Somehow mine ended up as a parallelogram. It's kind of wonky. It's corner to corner. How did that happen? Anyway, I blocked it. It's a little better, but anyway, it's being donated. Some foster kid is not going to care that it's a little wonky. They'll still love it, right? I mean, beautiful colors. Okay, finished object number 2 is a part of the, oh, don't want things to fall over, is a part of the Love Your Stash Cowl. So I've had this yarn for a while. The bag that's living in, I need to explain some stuff about it. I bought the fabric and then trying to find somebody who would actually make a bag for me, because I didn't know how, I still don't know how to sew. I have a sewing machine. I'm going to learn this year. So a lady that my mom worked with actually made it for me. And when I got it back, it wasn't right. So I undid it and then hand sewed it back. So it is a proper dodgy bag, let me tell you. And Melanie from Stitch to My Lou, you will like this because it is Kentucky Derby. I am a Kentucky girl at heart. I love everything Kentucky. And yes, this is a dodgy bag. I have a button from Claudia from Crochet Luna. Happiness is crochet. Oh yeah, yes it is. So in this is living another Skipton hat by Vicki Brown. The yarn that I used is Lion Brand Mandala Sparkle in the colorway Hercules. And so without further ado, ta-da! Here we are. I really like how this turned out. Although I keep looking at this thinking, it's huge. But I have a big head, right? So I cut out a lot of the brown, a lot of the orange and red, just because I wanted to make sure we got through all the colors. And then of course I have the faux fur pom-pom, because, and actually this is actually the one, can't get the words out today. This is from the faux fur pom-pom that I used on my Christmas hat, but since Christmas is being put away, I've just transferred it onto this one. So without further ado, ta-da! It's proper slouchy. I actually followed the pattern exact, which is not usually what I do. But there you can see. Nice slouch. I have a good picture of it on my Instagram. And of course, I went up several hook sizes on this. And it fits really good. It's got a good slouch now that it's been washed. When I first put it on, it didn't. It was too stiff. I actually finished this New Year's Eve. I was like, oh, I need to finish this before the end of the year. Put this weird deadline on myself. It didn't need to be done. Oh, I gotta get this done. I was done by 10:30. I was good. So anyway, I'm excited to start wearing this around town. I figure it's nice and bright for these gloomy, cold Chicago days. Ugh. Although the sun finally came out today. I was excited about that. So, finished object number 2. Let me actually show you the right side. Faux fur pom-pom and all. Another skipped-in hat. It's a really easy pattern. I think it's free on Ravelry. But it's a really great hat. Finished object number 2 is living in my Van Gogh bag. So I bought this material and my friend Nicole made it for me. I was very thankful for that. In here is my painted moss cowl. It is a Sam Squeak design. Very nice. Actually, Sam, who has the Sam Squeak podcast, she's a neighbor. She lives not too far in the Chicagoland area. Hi Sam, how are you? So the yarn that I used is the Karen Pantone in the ultraviolet colors. Purple, my jam. Actually, I'm wearing it today. So without further ado, here's the cowl that I made. Now, I did in true Lori fashion. Oh, let me change the pattern. Let me figure out how to make it different. Of course. I'm my grandma's daughter. What can I say? So basically, I followed the pattern for a child's cowl and then did it twice and then did the striping differently. And then, of course, it doesn't quite fit all the way around my neck. So I added buttons on the one end. And it's very snug around if I do it twice, which will be great. Again, Chicago winter is coming. Although these last few days have been spring-like, like upper 40s, almost 50. And I know my friends from Florida are like, oh, that's so cold. But for us, it's like, woo, heat wave. But it makes me worried that it's going to get really cold soon. And I'm not happy about that. So anyway, this will be nice to wrap really snug around me and keep me warm as I go to work during the tax season. So it'll be nice with my coat and everything. So, that is my finished objects for today. Next we'll move on to whips. These are 2 that I started again for the Love My Stash cowl. They were stuff that I had going but they'd been put in timeout. So, restart, new year, let's finish these projects, right? So we're going to start with this one. This is my scrap can blanket. It's living in this lovely basket. Since it stays at home, it can be in a basket. It doesn't have to be in a project bag because, oh, as you can see, I have lots of scraps to go in here and just lost one. Lovely! So yeah, here it is. Ta-da! Oh my goodness, let me get a hold of this right. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Here we go. Alright, here's the end. I'm going to have lots of ends to weave in by the time I'm done. So yeah, it's looking pretty big. I started with a diamond tweed stitch pattern, which I found in my crochet visual encyclopedia. But if you're on an even row, you start a certain way and end a certain way. When you're on an odd row, you start a different way and end a different way. I can never remember which row did I end on. So I've just been doing regular double crochet, half doubles, double, half double, depending on what I wanted to do for that row. And yeah, so it's going to be an eclectic mix of colors and yarns, different kinds of yarns and different kinds of stitches, because as you can see, I have lots that I have picked out for this pattern. You know, I have lots of that I want to try. Let me get the words out here. So that is whip number 1. Actually, no, I don't want to call them whips anymore. I like the Catherine of the Crafternoon Treats, she started calling them MIPs. They're makes in progress. It's not work. This is fun, right? This is my make in progress. Makes in progress, my MIP. Gotta keep that in mind. Okay. Throwing stuff on the floor as we go. The next one is actually living in this lovely basket, because it, again, stays at home. And I have my lovely yarn bowl from my father. Thanks, Dad. I appreciate it. This is my library cowl. Now, this was a part of this is my Tunisian fail. Last year I tried to learn how to Tunisian crochet, and my project didn't work, so I ripped it all out. I'm just going to do regular crochet stitches, and I explain it all in a Vlogmas video. And then after, you know, I started this in regular crochet, I got thinking, Lori, you could still do what you wanted, just not make it a cowl, make it a big scarf. Duh, that would work. So I'm still going to go ahead and make the cowl the way that I was planning on it, with regular crochet, and then whatever I have left, that'll be my Tunisian finished project for the year. So this is what I've gotten started so far. First gray is just double crochet. That's all it is. And then the green is avocado. And it is, my book called it the tweed stitch, but it's actually the moss stitch, what I did with my cowl that I made from Sam Squeak. It's the same pattern. Anyway, so I pulled a bunch of patterns or stitches from this, and I'm going to be trying different ones throughout this. So yeah, I started this last Sunday. I got 2 rows done, and then my local yarn store actually had a whole day, like it was a whole day of knit night, crochet night, whatever you want to call it. They call it Fiber and Friends Day. And so I was only able to go in the evening, but it was so much fun to hang out with the ladies and work on crochet and hang out, you know, have coffee and chit chat, all that stuff. So, hi ladies! I'm so excited. I can't wait for you to have another one. Speaking of the local yarn store. So that's all my makes in progress right now. But hanging out at the yarn store was so much fun. It's called Llama Llama Ding Dong. And while we were there, there was a lady that actually drove up from the town that I used to live in. She came, and she had her daughter, and I don't remember their names. And then talking to 2 other ladies. Hi Kim, hi Gabby. They were actually talking about, well, we have a friend that's from that town too. her name is Nicole. And I'm like, Nicole who? Turns out it's the same Nicole, my friend who made my project bag. Crazy. It's a small, small world. So, of course, hanging out in a yarn store, you have to buy something, right? You can't go to a yarn store and hang out and not be tempted. Oh my goodness. So, I did purchase some things. Excuse the noise. Oh, you want to see their logo? Llama Llama Ding Dong. I love the 2 llamas on there. And I love that they crochet, or they cater to not just knit ladies, but crochet ladies as well. And crochet guys too, I should say. Include the gentlemen in this, right? So they have, you know, crocheted finished objects around the store. So you can see how the yarn looks crocheted, not just knitted. Sorry, my nose is itching already. So, and then they have project bags that are crochet as well. And I've seen this online because it's from Boy, the Boy Yarn Crafts. Sorry, I'm butchering this. Excuse me. So I've seen this and wanted it, and so when I saw it at the shop, I had to get it. So yeah, you crochet fast, dye warm. I've never crocheted mittens. Maybe that should be another goal this year. Nah. So anyway, I thought this was adorable. And it's like, yes, that needs to come home with me. And then, there's all this yarn. And of course, I want to buy it all. But I only bought one skein. And it's a Malabrigo. And looking, they had a whole wall of Malabrigo. And there were 2 that I was debating. I will get the other one next time, I'm pretty sure. This one is Malabrigo. It's their Machida base, which is 100% merino superwash in the colorway Cello. But I look at it and I think birthday cake. Look at this. Oh my goodness. All the speckles remind me of sprinkles that you put on a birthday cake. And it is all kinds of colors. All kinds of colors. Oh my goodness. I love it. I don't know what it's going to be yet. We'll see. I have to get the other one first, right? And we'll put them in together. Yeah. We'll see. It's going to go in a special place in my stash for a while. So, when they had their grand opening a couple weeks ago, they had a giveaway, and I just put my name in. I wasn't sure. It's like, I don't really win, but lately I've been on a winning streak. So they had 2 baskets for knitting, 2 baskets for crochet. And I won one of the crochet baskets. Here it is. Ta-da! A nice little mesh basket, which I really like. I think I'm going to leave like my ball bands in there. Yeah. They gave me, so in this, I got a set of boy crochet hooks. Because I'm a boy girl. I like saying that. They are actually, the regular ones, I have to have ergonomic ones just because of my wrist. So I may send these to my brother and be like, hey, can you fix these up for me? Ian, I'm talking to you. Yep. And then I also got a lovely skein of yarn. This is Barocco Vintage DK, which is 52% acrylic, 40% wool, and 8% nylon. And the colorway is 2172. Because they don't give you names, they just give you numbers. But it's a really pretty green. There's gray in here as well. I don't know if you can pick that up. But it's really pretty. Not sure what that's going to be yet. But that brings me to my next segment. Some people call it maker plans. Some people, they have all different things. Mine is going to be the to be section. So I have a basket here. Call it my to be basket. This is where the yarn goes. It has a plan, and it goes in here till it becomes what it is meant to be. So, first one I wanted to show you is going to be a part of the Love Your Stash Cowl, because it's been in my stash for 2 years. I made something from it, didn't like it, and frogged it. I do that a lot. If I don't like it or don't wear it, I'll frog it. That's just what I do. The yarn needs to be what it's supposed to be, and if it's just sitting there in something that I'm not wearing, why? Anyway, I'd forgotten to mention this in the Love Your Stash Cowl in my Vlogmas, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I forgot about it, because Claudia from the Crochet Luna podcast, hi Claudia, she is starting a sock along for the entire year. It is the sock theme cowl, and every month is going to have a new theme. January is the theme new. New year, new plans, new goals. Yeah. So if you could do anything, crocheted socks, I think knitted socks are going to be allowed as well. It fits that theme for the month. If you go to her Ravelry group page, it'll have the list of themes. So, it is living in my new bag. This is from Crochet Cakes. Hi, Clarissa Beth. This is her Star Wars bag. And in it, I have yarn that I bought 2 years ago. You can tell this is their old tag. It is the Leading Men Fiber Arts in their Showstopper base, which is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And the colorway is New Day. That fits for January for sure. Let me show you. Look at these colors. You got bright teal, a really nice dark blue, and then this poppy yellow. As you can see, it's wavy because it had been a project and then frogged. And now they're going to be socks, crocheted socks. I'm not sure which pattern I'm going to use, but they will get started this week for sure. Hope to get them done in the month of January. I'm not sure if I'm going to compete or participate in every month, but for January, definitely for sure. Okay, checking the time. We're okay. So my next okay, so my phone just cut out on me. Don't know why. So let me get through this really quick. My next to-be project is actually in response to Melanie from the Stitch to My Lou podcast. She posted a video of her new cowl, which she says is in the best color. No. Just kidding. She is a big fan of the University of Louisville. I'm a big fan of the University of Kentucky, which doesn't quite mix. So she actually did the Granny Chevron Cowl. I'm thinking it's the same one that Zines and Roger put out. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. There you can kind of see Rosina modeling it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I've recorded all this once before and it cut out. So if this is a little disjointed, I'm sorry. But, so I went out and bought some new yarn in the most bestest colors, Melanie. Look at these. Oh my goodness. We have, this is actually Yarn Bee Tender Touch. This is in the colorway Bluebell. Look at that bright blue. And then the white is called Snow, which we haven't had a lot of. Knock on wood. In Chicagoland. These are actually going to be in my Kentucky Derby bag. When I boot out the Skipton hat, put in Kentucky. Yes, I'm a Kentucky girl at heart. So anyway, that's the last item I had to talk about. It's Sunday afternoon for me. Not sure what time it is for you when I get this uploaded and you get to watch it. But Sunday afternoons for my husband and I, we are part of the Church of the Nazarene, and we love our naps on Sunday afternoons so much that we've named them Nazarene naps. And I'm missing mine because I'm talking to you. But that's okay. I don't mind. So yeah, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to clean up this mess because, recording a podcast is messy. So, actually, I'll probably sign off, clean up, go watch the Bears game, and probably take my Nazarene nap during the Bears game. Because I love sports, I don't mind. I crochet a lot during sports. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you have a great 2 weeks. I will see you soon. Bye.